Hey guys, welcome back to art. So today we're going to be drawing a landscape. And for this project, we're going to be talking a little bit about the element of art called space. So as you can see in this picture, we can see that this shows space by showing that these trees are up close, this part of the road is up close, and then it kind of goes far away from us. And the reason that we know that it's going far away from us is because objects are getting smaller. In the background, the mountains are not getting smaller. They're already big as it is, and they're all on one plane. Okay, so they're located just back there by the horizon line, which is why they're not small. Okay, but all of these trees that we're going to be going by are getting smaller and smaller. Now, obviously, if we were to come closer and closer and closer towards us, closer, then those mountains would get smaller and smaller. But from the view that we're looking at this picture, they're just going to all be that one size. Okay, so we're going to learn how to draw this picture. So you guys are going to follow along with me. You'll be able to add your own details in there and stuff. If you have been doing art with me this whole year, we did do something in the very beginning with space. I believe it was with pumpkins, and we drew the pumpkins going from big to small, but it was a very long time ago, and I don't know how many of you actually did it, so that's why we're going to do something similar again, but it's just going to be like a different picture. Okay, so paper, blank paper, you're going to place it vertically on your tables, so facing up and down, and then you're going to grab your pencil. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to draw is going to be our horizon line. So your horizon line is going to be a line straight across the paper, somewhere in the middle of the paper. So in a landscape, you are always going to have a horizon line. You may not always see the horizon line, but it's always going to be there. Sometimes it might be covered by objects or something like that. In this case, we're going to see for most of the horizon line, so we're going to draw it. Okay, after you draw the horizon line, there's going to be a little dot here in the middle. Okay, you can draw the dot if you want, or you can just make it imaginary. This dot is called the vanishing point. So the word vanish means disappears. Okay, so if something vanishes, it disappears. It is called the vanishing point because at some point, the objects are going to get so small that you're not going to see them anymore. And they vanished. But they didn't actually vanish. They just got so small because your eye can't see it anymore. Okay, so for this, all the objects that are closest to the vanishing point are going to be small. All the objects farther away this way from the vanishing point are going to get bigger. So we're going to start by drawing our road. You're going to start on the side of the paper, actually. And you're going to make your road go all the way to the vanishing point. You're going to do the same thing on the other side, to the side of the paper. Okay? And then the middle line, the little yellow line in the road, that is just going to kind of be right there in the middle as well. Make that a little darker for you guys to see it. Okay, so that's like the basic of our road. So our road looks like we're driving on it, and it's getting further and further away as it goes towards the vanishing point. Now comes kind of the fun part, is when you guys get to add different details. So adding trees, adding plants, adding whatever you want in the background or on the sides, starting from big and going to small. So I did trees. So my first tree that I did, and this is why you want to draw in pencil because you're going to have to erase some things that overlapped, but I decided to draw like these evergreen trees. You can draw regular trees if you want. So I made my first tree go over the vanishing point because I want it to be really tall. So I'm going to have it going kind of just like this. Doesn't have to be perfect or anything, but starting like that, okay? This one looks a little weird. Let me fix that. It can overlap the road a little bit. Okay, then where it overlapped the horizon line, I'm going to erase that a little bit. Okay, so this tree, because the bottom of the tree, the ground, or is on the ground closest to us, that's why the tree is very big over here. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. So I'm going to draw the top part of the tree. So part of this I think is going to probably stick off the side of the paper. Kind of like that. Okay. Overlapped there and it overlapped there, so I'm going to erase that part. So again, that tree looks like it's in the front. Second tree that I draw is going to be slightly smaller. So this one might overlap the vanishing point a little bit, but not as much as the other one. And this one's going to now be smaller because it's a little bit further away. Okay, and then I'm going to do one more little tree on each side. And again, that can still overlap the vanishing point, or I'm sorry, the horizon line. It's just this tree would be like tiny. Okay, so you guys don't have to do trees either. If you want to draw objects showing in your space that are different, if you want to draw plants or flowers, like just like big flowers in the front and then medium flowers and then small flowers, that's totally fine. It does not have to be trees like mine. Okay. Then I did add the mountains in mine. You guys don't have to do mountains. You can do some other object back there, or if you want to do even like some kind of cabin or anything, really. Anything can be back there. Up to you guys. Okay, so that is the basic of my picture. You now see that I have space in my picture. It shows space in my picture. The next thing that I did after I drew was I outlined with black, and then I did color in with crayon. As you can see, I did do some spots where I did some shading, and that was just on these mountains. If you would like to do some shading, that would be awesome. It gives your picture a little bit more detail. But that is the end of our landscape drawing. I'd love to see what you guys come up with, so if you want to email me, that would be awesome. If not, I will see you guys next time. Bye!